What is going on, beautiful people? I am Lee Hammock, the diagnosed self-aware narcissist known as mental illness, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the roller coaster ride that is a narcissistic relationship. How holding on to the potential that a narcissist displays can keep you in a toxic relationship for much longer than you need to be. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. Thank you. This is the perfect comment for me right here to make this video, because this is the main difference between a narcissistic relationship and a normal relationship. Potential. A normal relationship starts here with potential energy. It goes up. It starts from getting to know each other slowly, taking time to get to know each other, moving in together, talking about kids, talking about marriage, wedding, moving houses, future, everything. It starts from potential, goes up to kinetic energy. It keeps going up. On the flip side, a narcissistic relationship starts at the top of the hill. It's fast, it's quick, it's crazy, it's love bombing. It's talking about kids on the first 2 dates. It's talking about marriage on the first 3 weeks. It's talking about moving in together really, really quick. It's going downhill. It's kinetic energy. In a narcissistic relationship, that kinetic energy rolls downhill and it comes to a stop and becomes potential energy. When it becomes potential energy, you're at the bottom of the hill trying to push it back uphill, trying to get it to turn back into kinetic energy. The narcissist is happy at the bottom of the hill. Now you're fighting. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. So I always tell people, if you're tired of riding the roller coaster that is a narcissistic relationship, you need to get off the ride. You need to open the gate up, hop off. You've had your good times and things like that, because this is where you're going. This is what you've had so far, what you've experienced so far in this relationship is how it's going to go. This is how it's going to be. This right here, what you are looking at, this right here, what you are experiencing is absolutely your future. This is it. Because like I said in the video, the main difference between a regular relationship and a narcissistic toxic relationship is potential. So many people get caught up in, they say, holding on to the potential that a narcissistic person displays. Because I think a lot of you probably have seen the movie Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt, where he aged in reverse. He was born an old man and died young. That's how narcissistic relationships are. All the good stuff, all the good stuff happens at the beginning of the relationship. It's love bombing. It's so cramped into a tight space. Like, when I say cramped into a tight space, I mean, like, when I'm talking to people over Zoom and things like that, they describe their relationships and they're like, how long was the relationship? They'll say 8, 9, 10 months. But it sounds like they're describing something that's 5 to 10 years, because they've crammed so much into this 1 year or 8, 9, 10 months that it sounds like most people take long to get there. When you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you're going to hit a lot of relationship mile markers extremely fast. You just are. You know what I mean? You just are. You're going to hit a lot of relationship mile markers extremely fast. Boom. Here comes, boom, like boom. I love you. Boom. Living together. Boom. Married. Boom. Kids. Boom. Moving away. Boom. Nice job. Boom. And then guess what? Boom. Here comes the devalue phase. But guess what? When all that stuff stops, when the love bombing process stops and the devaluation phase begins, you, as a survivor, victim, thriver, whatever stage you're in, are still holding on to the potential that they showed you in the beginning. This is what I say about narcissists. Like, narcissistic people show you who they can be, not who we actually are. Who we can be. We can be the loving, compassionate, love bombing, cheek clapping, car buying, house moving, kids having. We can do all that. We can do that. We show you who we can do it. That doesn't mean that we want to do it long term. So we show you who we can be, not who we are. We show you our potential, not who we are, not what we're going to be. You know what I mean? So if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic relationship and whatnot, you know exactly what I mean. Because it's like I said, it's a roller coaster ride. Like, you start at the top of the hill. Narcissistic relationships start at the top of the mountain, and you slide down to the bottom. You start off on such a high, you go down to the bottom, or like a roller coaster ride. You start off at the top of the hill, and then you're going down. You going down. I mean, it's like, whoa, going kind of fast. But you can you're having a little fun here and there. You're still having fun. It just doesn't feel the same. You know what I mean? When you get to the bottom of the hill, when you get to the bottom of the mountain, the narcissist is right where they want to be. That's the narcissist base state. That's who they are. In the devaluation phase, when they emotionally disconnect from you or when they emotionally discard you, this is who they are at the bottom of the hill. You want to get back to the top of the mountain because you know who they can be. They showed you who they can be. You know their potential. You know it. So you're trying to get back to the top of the mountain. But guess what? The narcissist is comfortable here. You're trying to drag them back to the top, and they're holding steady here at the bottom because this is our base state. This is who we really are. No more act, no more games, no more love, no more care, no more affection. If they do give you that, it's going to be incremental. It's not going to be the whole shebang that you were getting in the first place. It's just not. You're trying to get them back to the top of the hill. They are comfortable at the bottom of the hill. They don't want to go back up there because that's uncomfortable. That's who you want them to be. That's not who they are. You see what I'm saying? That's not who they are at that top. That's who they showed you they can be. Who they are is what you got. What got you listening to this video. Is what got you watching this video right now. Who they are is exactly what has you right here listening to this video. Listening to me, throw it. That's who they are. You trying to get them back to the top. They're happy at the bottom of the hill. But guess what? If you just say, look, okay, you stay here at the bottom of the hill, I'm going to go find somebody else who will take me to the top of the mountain. If you try to leave them, a lot of times they will push, hey, don't leave it. Don't leave it. Let's get back to the top. Let's go back. Let's start over. And they start to walk you back up the hill. So guess what? Here comes the little love bombing phase where you feel like you're going back to where you started. Back to that potential. Then guess what, right? Nope. Stop. Back down to the bottom. They can only change for certain amount of times. Change is not consistent with most narcissistic, toxic people. It's just not. So that you're back at the hill, but guess what? You're back at the bottom of the hill, but guess what? Now you're lower. You're lower than you were at the bottom of the hill because every time you go back, it gets worse. Because you went back up the hill a little bit, you picked up speed, you crashed into the ground, and you made a bigger hole. You're lower than where you were originally because you allowed whatever they did to you, you went back to them. So now you're lower. Because that's what this just goes to show you that every time you go back to a narcissist that is treating you terribly, that is cheating on you, lying to you, manipulating you, stealing from you, beating on you, whatever, that's why when you go back, it typically, more than likely, gets worse. Because when you are trying to go back to the top of the hill, you are showing the narcissist that who they are right now, who they really are, is not enough. And they hate that. Boy, oh my God. You're trying to get them to change. Hey, can we go back to the beginning of the relationship where things were fun and interesting? Wow, that's disrespectful as hell. So I'm not fun and interesting now to you right now? Wow, that's rude as hell. So you can't accept me for who I am, right? I have to change to be with you, right? But you're Miss Perfect. You're Mr. Perfect, right? You're perfect, correct? You are. There's nothing wrong with you. I have to change, right? Why can't you change? Boom. You see how that just went right there? I know my acting be fire. If you're a director, y'all hit me up. actorleehammock@gmail.com. If you get some roles out there, I travel. But seriously, you, like I said, they take it as disrespect that you want them to change. Oh, I'm not good enough for you now? Holding on to, when you fall in love with potential, you typically get heartbroken or end up divorcing who they really are. Reality. When you fall in love or marry potential, you end up getting your heart broken up or divorcing reality. They show you who they can be, not who they are. Back to the beginning. Narcissistic people, they in reverse. They just do. That's the basis of the relationship, y'all. Reverse. The reverse Uno card of narcissism right there. This is, I'm telling you, I know it sounds harsh when I say this, but this is your life. If you choose to stay in this relationship, what you're experiencing right now, the bottom of the hill, is your life. Yeah, can it get better in increments? Can you go back to the top? Can you go back towards the top of the hill? Yeah, you can go back towards it for a little bit. Here comes the love bombing, but then you go back to the bottom and you get worse. You go back, now you're deeper, now you're further off from what you started. Back to the top, back halfway to the top, back down lower. And every time that they break up with you, they don't give you as much to get you back. They don't try as hard to get you back. They do less and less and less. Because typically the pattern goes, that you're going to come back anyway. So why do I need to try hard to get you back? Patterns are there, y'all. The patterns are there, and sometimes they never will go back to the top of. They never will approach the top of the hill or the beginning of the relationship again, y'all. This is it. This right here, what you're living, what you're experiencing, is it. You cannot change that person. The only thing that you can change is you. You can work on you. If you want to be in this relationship, you learn how to walk back up the hill by yourself to give you the stuff that they were doing to make you happy. Give it to yourself. Why they gotta give you everything to make you happy? Why can't you make yourself happy? Self-love and self-validation is the most important validation, the most important love on this planet, y'all. Because if you don't have that, you lose. You lose. Do not marry potential. You'll end up divorcing reality. Point blank period. Shout out to Yvonne for putting that in my ear, putting that quote in my ear. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I gotta hop off this thing. Got some one-on-ones here in a little second. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe. Mental Illness is out. Peace.